are, Saturday, June 3rd. Getting ready to launch and try to make a good of it. There's some sets though that come up really good, so you gotta time it. Right now there's nice lows in between, just gotta wait it out. If you're out there it's higher, just wait it out because it'll be a nice opening. Just wait it out and knee deep. Anyway, let's see if we can get lucky enough to get a yellow. Trying to get bait. Got several macks, nice big greenbacks. And what I get this teeny tiny little sand dab. Hold on my sabiki. Hold on, little guy. Okay, there he goes. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of sprinkly. It's just a heavy marine layer. It was heavier driving down. It was like sprinkly, real heavy because of like being in a low cloud. And here there's areas where all of a sudden it feels like it's like sprinkling on me lightly. Real fine mist. Very heavy June gloom BS weather. But sometimes that low visibility helps out in the fishing, other times not. I prefer when I can see nice blue water and see into it. Trolling a greenback, biggest one I caught so far. I think I got like 5 more at least in the tank. And I want to get some more, but here's a pocket. Here's the pocket. But I wanted to get out deeper because I was right on the edge and at 50 some, or 58 feet of water or less. So I wanted to get heavier with the trolling so I can get more line on my drop and see if I can get some more nets in here. Hey, we got a bunch of birds diving over here. Seals or what? I don't know. Could be seals, but birds diving in this area. Fly lining that biggest greenback that I caught. I think I got like, I don't know, 6, 7 in there now still. Just came out a little deeper here to right around 100. Right now we're 90, 89. Because there were a bunch of birds all of a sudden all congregated here, diving, sitting, falling, coming down. Then they all of a sudden left. I got here whenever there was a few marks of bait, nothing much else. No seals. I thought it was maybe sea lions or something that, attracting them, getting some bait. But couldn't really end up seeing anything else other than just some scattered bait in this area. So I'm just sitting here and the birds kind of come back around, but there's no surface action anywhere. I haven't seen any busting up bait or anything like that. It's cool, not cold. It's just cool. A little bright breeze. Got definitely bigger rollers, heads of them. GoPro never does justice, so you can't really tell. Surface is a little bit. The wind's not bad. Just hoping for all of a sudden a passing, breezing yellowtails and wham. That's how it's happened before. Sitting in areas where you think it might be good. There's some diving there on bait. And then next thing you know, with no marks showing on the fish finder, your reel starts going zzz, zzz, zzz. My little Mac's pretty active. He keeps pulling around. It's got at least 100 feet of line out there. A little deeper than, a little more than what the depth is here. But again, see, there's some birds there. So there's bait around here in different areas. So they move around. Seen a few marks, but it's hard to tell because I also seen some sea lions that went by. Luckily, again, the younger ones don't seem to go get our bait. Thank God. That used to be the biggest pain in the butt for years. Constantly losing mackerel. And you couldn't just put another one out there because you knew he was going to get it, so you had to make your way, a good quarter mile, half mile away and try to get out of that spot. Used to hate that. That was very annoying. So that's one good thing we don't have anymore. Unfortunately, neither do we have that many yellowtail cruising around. It used to be fairly easy to find pockets of them. It doesn't mean they're not around. They're not in the numbers, but they do come around. And you never know. Hey, you can't catch one sitting at the couch at home watching a ball game or anything. Gotta come out here. If you want one, you gotta put in the time. It's time on the water. It could be your first time, it could be your 100th time. If you're not coming out here and trying, you're not gonna get one. I always feel sorry for the guys that come out here and get one on their first time. Going like, oh, okay, well, you didn't really learn how to earn it. And now everything's downhill from that point. Because you won't have that same luck again. Sometimes it's years. I've known guys that have been fishing for years. Come out here to get calicos and stuff, but have not gotten a yellow. So, it is harder now than it used to be. But it doesn't mean it can't happen. Mac's getting a little anxious. Sometimes he pulls a little bit of drag. I don't want it too tight, so a fish can make a nice run, but keep clicking some. Because I'm patrolling, going back 1.6, 1.8 miles an hour back up drift from uphill from where I was drifting. Drifting south-southeast, so going back up a little bit farther west. So I don't cover the same identical line, but there's a lot of bait in this area. Lots of bait in this area. And a lot of times it's up here. I've seen some individual marks, but nothing's produced yet. Nothing, you know, I mean, it's some larger stuff, larger fish, but I don't know what. Nothing that's gone on here. I tried dropping a Celis on just drifted for a while. Don't want to be trolling them all the time. Just want to find the area and let it swim around so there's less noise by not having the engine running. And water is sloppy. Oh, hard to tell. I don't know if you can see. GoPros don't show stuff. Everything looks so far away. But man, look at this water surface. And the wind's not even up. I mean, it's just very light wind. You'll see the flag's not even moving. But there's a lot of disturbance in different areas. There's no real flat water in between. There's more birds over there congregating and diving. As I said, all around here. That's why I want to go a little bit more west so I don't cover the identical spot I was in. But there were just a whole bunch right in this area over there. So now I'm trying to get a little bit more west of it. I need to get deeper. I'm at 92 now. I had started at 100 feet and I was down to 70, I think. So I drifted quite a bit. See the birds out diving over there. But again, nothing's turned into anything. No bird, I mean, no fish crashing the bait or anything like that. Just the birds attracting me to where there is more bait. The big pocket. There was a pocket that was so big. The bait was so much bait. My fish finder in this Lowrance doesn't normally get fooled. But it thought that this bottom all of a sudden went from like 80 some feet or whatever it was. All of a sudden it thought it was at 15 feet. Because it was so solid below it, it thought it was the bottom. And I'm looking, oh shit, I go, the Ray Marine I had once, boy, that was horrible for that. Sensitivity was so hard to adjust for it not to think that the kelp was the bottom all the time. That was an annoying fish finder. Seldom, I mean, rare occasions this will get fooled too. When it's so thick, all of a sudden it just believes that the bottom is where the bait is. But it was so solid and red across my whole screen. So that was one huge bait ball. You don't want to be in those. Those is too much bait. Your bait wouldn't stand out when there's millions of them. Yeah, there's one of those pockets again. Look how solid it is. The other one was even bigger than that. And then, like I said, it ended up thinking that that solid part on top, that was actually the bottom. There was so much bait. What I'm not seeing, though, is big breaks in here. Other than the rollers that are causing these phantom lines there, where it doesn't get a clean reading, is because we're going up and down because of the water surface. Again, it's so sloppy here. Luckily they're not really big, but otherwise it'd be washing machine. Got a lot of solid stuff there. What we need is to see some marks of individual fish coming up and breaking that up and going. Like kind of worms, but we're going different directions. Too much contouring like this line or something, contouring the bottom, that does not constitute there. Trolling them back, going through the heavy stuff. We're 108 feet. Water 63.8. 2 miles an hour. Another boat over here. So we're trolling through. There's tons of effing bait. A minute ago, the birds were all diving in here. So a lot of bird life, but not that much. Keep having these pockets. There's a whole area. It's got lots and lots of bait. Birds were over there flapping ahead of that boat, sort of cut across me there. Guess he's trolling too, but yeah, the birds were right on the other side of him, just over there, were just flapping away like they're trying to track bait up or something. You know, they sit there now, a bunch of them flapped their wings and they took off. Oh, look at that, see? Problem is there's so much bait. You need some fish to going through that kind of stuff. There's so much bait. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Van Halen, baby. Yeah. Uh-huh. Panama, Panama, Mo Panama, baby. So much bait. What we need to see though is some kind of this where it gets broken up by bigger fish chasing. You know, there's not that. The only breaks right now are the ripples and stuff. Although it's gotten better. It's not as washing machine. It's kind of nice, but that's what those breaks in the line here is. Just the rolling up and down, and the disturbance of the signal coming up is why there's those breaks. But normally, if you see a very solid cloud and then you see some diagonal, the vertical breaks, it'd be fish cutting through it. In this case, that's not it. But guys, I got tons of mats in there. I don't really need to make anymore. You can see them. Got to push that thing back. Alright, just like to keep that lid partly out because I've had them jump out before. Some of the smarter guys, they jump up and, what is that? Probably sea lions. So some kind of disturbance right in front of that kayak over there, but I don't think it's yellows. I think it's probably sea lions. Yep. Just saw one of them jumping back in. And those little teenage pups, man, they sit there out there playing around. They're always in bunches of 5 or 3 or 5 or more, and going up and down, whatever. And you see the breaks and you think there's something better. You go, ah, dang. And you get over there. Good thing is they don't. Again, they haven't figured out to steal our bait, so that's the good thing. Not too many good things about sea lions. Most of the time, sea lions are not a fisherman's best friend. So much bait. Where the hell are the bigger effing fish? Man, where are they? There's no reason they shouldn't be out here with this much bait. I got a little Parker, I think. And that's Tim. Brian Tim with some friends. got plenty of guys, as sloppy as it is out here, those guys are used to being obviously in rough water. Balance themselves pretty good out there from the standing casting. Water surface, see if this angle is any better. It is sloppy out here, very sloppy washing machine. Sometimes you get some big rollers mixed in. I mean, there's white caps out here. Some of it wind driven, some current driven, but yeah, there's definitely white caps. So. Yeah, it's only gotten a little bit better. Not quite as sloppy as it was. One piece a day. Stop buying this shit. Yeah, back here near the reserve line. Getting ready to release the greenbacks. I still one out there drifting now. Anyway, just haven't gotten anything. Even with the marks, we saw what looked like could be fish, bigger fish, but just hasn't panned out today. Everybody in the radio's been saying the same thing. Seen marks,